right. So here we go, and can't forget the clapboard. My name's Ayo is the Future. I'd like to welcome you to my introduction for 2023. I'm extremely excited about all the developments that I have coming up, and I decided that this right here would probably be a really ideal time to get my YouTube channel not only going, but I want to break up all these different segments into different playlists, so that way users that are looking for questions specific to the photography industry within real estate, they can go right to this avenue, and I can present the information that I have uncovered over my journey as a creator for the last 13 years. So with that being said, chances are if you're coming across this information, if you're coming across me, you or somebody you know knows me, and that means you're only 2 to 3 degrees of separation. And at that point, if I can do it, so can you. You may not have come across the information, maybe it hasn't came in front of you for you to even be privy to it, but I'm here to try to change some of that and try to present some information to you that's highly digestible, easy to understand, not getting bogged down in scientific jargon and all these mathematic formulas to get to this one answer. And the only answer is, how do we get the bag? How do we get the money? How do we get where we're going with least effort as possible while being able to provide for our family, our loved ones, including ourselves? Well, that's what I asked myself. That's how I got started. You know what I mean? I said, what do I love to do? And how can I make a living doing it? And literally, it just kept on coming back to like filming. And at the time, I had a hip hop group. Me and my brother, we were pretty much doing shows all across New York State. And we had like our own sound. It was just us. Now, I mean, we were doing our thing, but we started doing these music videos, right? If you look up one, like the number, One Fresh Set, Zombieland with an X, James Bond, those were like the first makings of all this. And big shout outs to Shadow, and big shout outs to everybody supported that movement, right? So from there, I really got that directorial, like that itch to get video going with my music. So I end up getting I might even do it. We're gonna have to do a video on that too, about the whole entire birth of Street Rock Mafia, right? So anyways, I know, sidebar, I'm so nervous right now because I've been wanting to do this for so long, and every time I just get in my way, I'm like, I'm too worried and bogged down about all these different details, about this light, about that, about this, and I got my work going on, and I got life going on, and it's just like, I don't get nothing, and then next thing I know, it's been like 2 months, so I promise you consistency. With that being said, let me bring it back to the ranch. So, from hip-hop, I ended up crossing over to rock and roll when I linked up with Anthony Donaldson, Chris Manji, and Gabe Oram, and then we formed Street Rock Mafia. Now, while I was in Street Rock Mafia, the frontman for that, doing shows, like, that shit was fire. We played shows with Mobb Deep, Boot Camp, that shit was fire, right? So anyways, big shout outs. And One Fresh Set was fire too, but with the Street Rock, that shit was fire too, you know what I mean? So, big shout outs to everybody that supported that movement, right? So while I was the frontman for Street Rock Mafia, I ended up going to Full Sail University, getting my bachelor's degree, which is right there and dedicated to my mother. You know what I mean? And that was in 2016, and then I ended up going back and getting my master's degree in digital marketing a couple years later. But after and while I was in Street Rock Mafia, going to school at Full Sail, I was developing my family as well. So I'm gonna want to try to like cover a lot of that balance, because I think balance is so important for us as men. And being able, I think we get caught up in so much trying to provide that we forget some of the essentials. And I really want to, I do want to shine a light on bringing it back to the basics at least once a month. You know what I mean? So I plan on doing AMAs where if you have a question, I may have, like, if you are in like a step parent situation and you don't know how to, might be able to do an AMA on it and tell you, because I've been like a step parent for 14 years now, you know what I mean? And it's not easy, but that's the type of content I want to create here. I also want to, my main thing that I'm going to be doing is reviews and content creation and how I get the jobs I get, how you can get the jobs I get, and become those jobs will be your jobs, and being able to really make a living off creating, right? So if you're a musician and you want to know how to make money on your music, and I've already been there, right? I've already done that and distributed music digitally with the hip hop group. Now, if you're a live musician and you have a band, you're trying to form a band and you're trying to get all these pieces together and you're trying to work on time management and trying to get all these different things together, it finally comes together and now you're going to record. What's after all that with distribution, production, and all that? So I have that experience as well. And then on the flip side of the filming side, like everything from documentaries to feature film, short film, commercials, aerial photography and videography, and senior portraits. So like with the camera is an amazing tool. It's just a money-making vehicle in my mind, in my eyes, and how I see it. So our art, we create things from nothing, from scratch. As an entrepreneur, you have to oftentimes be able to improvise on the fly, being able to merge the two and try to be able to find your way through it all when things may look like they may not work out. Like, yo, we all as entrepreneurs should provide like information to one hub where we all can just go and tap into it. And man, that may be a far reach, but until then, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my brick in and I'm gonna play my part. So with that being said, expect hands-on reviews for everyday creators from yours truly, Ayo is the Future, to Mr. Messenger. And I want to review this, one of my favorite devices right here, the DJI Ronin S2. This right here is just like it's one of the game changers that I feel like I have encountered over the course of the last like maybe 5 years of shooting, because it can just have you can have a heavier payload with this specific gimbal. So that allows you to use a heavier setup with your camera, you know what I mean? So whereas with my older gimbals, they just didn't have that weight capacity. However, my Ready Rig setup with that, it was able to hold it up easily. I think that's a Ronin M. And so I'll show you guys all that as time gets going, but I want to do reviews like with the Neumann U87. This microphone is just so crisp and so warm. One of my favorite things. So with that being said, it's almost probably been about 8 minutes right now. I'm just going to leave it at this. So my introduction to 2023, expect hands-on reviews. The time is money segment you're going to love. Basically, the jobs, how to get them, how to work them, what to expect. Everything from weddings to documentaries. I'm going to try to cover it all. I'm not going to be trying to sell you a course at the end of it. This is just raw, pure information to help you along your creative way. And with that being said, I want to give you a shout out for your future self and who you're about to become. Let's start now. Let's start today. Right?